Hey guys, so just a brief review and summary of recent episode of The Gifted, and it's the episode 3x1 or 3 times 1. Basically, what's going on is that the Mutant Underground is dealing with events of the previous episode, and Reed is reconsidering whether he should stay at the compound or not. While, as we saw, Campbell had gunned down Dreamer, and he did this in order for the Strucker children to use their power. And we saw that the Stepford Cuckoos, had freed the mutants, and we had to see the three of them go to work, and really great scene in there. Really handled quite well in this show. So, it starts out, the episode starts out in Athens 2 years ago, where Blink is out with her boyfriend to the movies. And they're, confronted with purifiers, who are mutant haters. And, Blink is, forced to run. While in the present, the Stepford Cuckoos are with the current incarnation, or at least one of them, of the Hellfire Club. And, they're rebuilding after, past events. And the Cuckoos are Esme, Sophie, and, Phoebe Frost. I didn't realize right away that Esme was, one of them. And for me, at least, it was quite a surprise that it was set for Cuckoos. Maybe I should have, realized right away. But, again, it was a pleasant surprise, and they're really handled well. It's one actress, and she plays all three of them. And, again, they do a great job with presenting it. She does a great job acting it. Now, we have a great scene where we have two funerals going on at the same time. Agent Turner, who's mourning a fallen partner who was, took his own life because of the Stepford Cuckoos. Meanwhile, the mutants are, mourning Dreamer. Meanwhile, Turner, he's quoting the Bible and thinking about Lucifer and all that. And the mutants, they're, dealing with being outsiders and their losses. And, which, again, is really the key of X-Men is... mutants as the ultimate outsiders, not accepted by society. Thunderbird, because he was very close to Dreamer, he's really taking things hard. Meanwhile, the Hound program is still up and running. And the Reed and his family, they're dealing with the situation. The Strucker children are dealing with thinking about their, newfound powers. Meanwhile, the Cuckoos come to the underground and they want their help. But, a lot of mutants are reluctant, because of their, devious means. Meanwhile, the Campbell and Turner are working together, while, Andy and Lauren Strucker, they're kind of divided in their opinion. While Reed, he just wants to get out of there, this isn't our fight. We just want to go to Mexico and just, hide out. Meanwhile, the, mutants, they're learning more about the Cuckoos, and the underground itself is very divided, while, and these are my notes I'm reading here, while, again, the Struckers, they're preparing to leave, and Blink, has this great moment with Lauren, and telling her that hate feeds on fear, and if you run, you let hate win. And I thought that was a very great line, and, very keyed into our, time period today, that there's so much hate in this world, and it breeds fear, but if you run away, you let hate win. So I thought that was very good and very much in touch with today's society. Meanwhile, at Travis Labs, they're experimenting with the few remaining mutants they have on hand. While the Struckers go to Fairburn with the mutants there, and Wes is there. He's the mutant that can create a sort of illusionary hologram barrier. One of the Cuckoos goes to Andy, and while one is talking to Polaris, and we get hints of Polaris' parentage. While the Fairburn facility with mutants is attacked, and we have two hounds who are forced to work together. One who can control gravity, and one who can control inertia. And as controlled hounds, they're being put to use here. Quite effectively, actually. A great scene there. And, Esme is, working in the background here while Eclipse and his crew are going in to save the Struckers. And, they are able to escape. While, the mutants are recovering, the Underground decides to form an alliance with the Cuckoos, for the time being. And the Cuckoos, they're going back to reporting everything to the Hellfire Club. And, the Hellfire Club, they have their own agenda here. All around a very good episode. And this Monday, it's going to be our final. And it's going to be 2 episodes supposedly together. And, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm very ecstatic to learn that this series is granted a second season. Granted, it's probably going to be now under Disney, but, due to all this deal and blah, blah, blah. But, anyways, I'm very pleased that this series is going to continue. Anyways, that's all for now, guys. Take care and see you later.